What is going on, everyone? This is Ninja Geek here. Welcome back to some Black Ops 4, more firing range. Oh shit, it's one of those shock things, man. I don't know how to get rid of this stupid shit. In the beta, it was somewhat easy, but then again, what the fuck? What just happened? Well, he just saw me fucking just spawn there. Look at that. I literally just spawned 2 feet. Oh my god, I gotta get off this map, man. I gotta get off. Give me a different map, alright? Let's try and capture B. Sneak up here, see if anyone's oh shit, oh damn it, oh well, he kind of jumped over there fast. Let's spawn right back in, try and get back to B. Here we go. Oh shit, what the fuck? Oh damn, dude, he fucking, oh, that's okay, we'll get right. What the fuck? What the fuck are you kidding? Look at this shit. Holy fuck, dude, these spawns are so fucking bad. I gotta leave, I gotta get out of here. And what is going on, everyone? This is Ninja Geek here. Welcome back to some Black Ops 4. And today we are going to be going over some Week 1 fixes that I have written down here on my phone to go over basically the launch week, if you will, of Black Ops 4. Now, as I am recording this, it is October 15th today, but it definitely won't go up today. But we are a few days out from the game releasing. And I basically want to explain my thoughts on things that need to be fixed because, of course, with this new game, obviously there's going to be a ton of fun things. And I pretty much already discussed that in my first initial gameplay video on firing range, if you want to see that. You know, of course, I did talk a little bit about streaks costing a lot and stuff like that. But today, I mainly want to talk about things that other things that I've noticed as well, with some Black Ops 4 gameplay in the background, of course, as always, and I hope you enjoy the gameplay. But first of all, of course, as you just saw in the beginning of this video, the spawns are terrible. Now, I split this into 2 categories because there are different types, and I want to get into that. So, specifically in the game mode Domination, the spawns during, I'd say the first 2 days were really, really bad, like extremely bad, like probably more frustrating, the most frustrating spawns I've ever seen in any single Call of Duty game to date. And Treyarch did issue a fix to hopefully, you know, to fix those spawns in Domination, and they have been better. I have to say that they have definitely been better, but overall, just not good. It's just not anywhere near where it needs to be. Spawns are still really, really bad in Domination, and it really needs to be looked at. And, you know, obviously Treyarch is on this. They've already said, you know, countless times that they're looking into spawn issues across Domination, as well as my second point here, spawns across Dom, of course, and the Chaos Mosh Pit of TDM and Kill Confirmed, and mainly just those other game modes that I have played myself personally, just TDM and Kill Confirm. Spawn issues seem to happen frequently where I will spawn in and I'll be looking at a person, or I will spawn in and just completely die like 0.01 second after I spawn in because he was around the corner. And yeah, he may not have actually seen me spawn in certain scenarios, but it's just way too close of a spawn to an enemy, and this happens frequently. Now, I have gotten reports on Twitter saying that the spawns aren't as bad as I'm complaining and saying about, but for me, it just seems like the spawns are out of whack this year. And obviously, like, usually with every year, even with, like, World War II, well, World War II still has its spawn problems of its own, but that's a different story. But even when the game first launched, it always has spawn issues, you know, that's just something that they have to get used to, and I highly think that spawning issues completely, as far as you know, regular modes like TDM Domination, you know, Kill Confirmed and stuff like that, most of the game modes I think will have these spawn issues fixed within 2 to 3 weeks, I would like to say. Hopefully that's the case, but I know Treyarch is on this one, so there's not really much to talk about. And the next point I'd like to make note of is that SMGs seem a bit too weak, and they're really outclassed by assault rifles, right? Like, in most situations, an SMG is really not going to be the go-to gun, and I think that's mainly just because a lot of the maps that are in Black Ops 4 are really catered around assault rifle use or longer range use, versus like up close. And I think that we've also seen this in the beta as well, because as we now know, shotguns are secondary weapons, so a lot of the close quarter weapons aren't as powerful as in previous years, and that does include SMGs in there. Now, the MX-9 is pretty good, I do have to say, but the SMGs that I did use, which are the GKS, and I unlocked the SOG 9mm with my Prestige token, because I love that gun during the beta, but it just feels like they're weaker, like so much weaker compared to a lot of the other classes that are in the game, and I think that they could just use a little bit of a buff, not, you know, insanely, because SMGs should work better close range, as opposed to, being long-range capabilities. I mean, they should have that as well, but obviously not as good as assault rifles, so I don't want them to go crazy with it, but I think that where they were in the beta was perfectly fine, and it just, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it just seems like they're not as good as they were in the beta, so I would definitely, you know, take a look into some of the SMGs and see if we can sort of balance them out, especially, like I said, the GKS and the SOG. I think they need just a tiny bit of a buff. The next thing is a small thing, but it's a big thing. I love streaks, and the way I have fun in Call of Duty is by getting streaks. And unfortunately, this year, a lot of the streaks cost a lot, which I'm going to talk about in a different video about the gear pieces specifically, so stay tuned for that coming in the future. But the care package itself comes in way too slow. Like, you'll call this thing in, and you'll be sitting there, and you could call in a Hellstorm missile and a UAV, and the care package still wouldn't drop. You have to, like, wait around for it. Like, I feel as though, I think that this is kind of a weird comparison, but in Infinite Warfare, the care package just seemed to drop right away. Like, I understand that, you know, the helicopter's got to come in and it's got to drop it, but either spawn the helicopter closer to drop it in or make the drop happen faster or something, because the way that it is right now, like, you know, it feels like the care package is held back in the year 1960s when the original Black Ops was there, when the care package was coming down. You know, that game had a slower care package, but it made sense with the pace of the game. This game just seems like it's fast-paced, it's, you know, it's there, it's like, it's more fast-paced, I will say, than a lot of traditional Call of Duty games, even though it is boots on the ground, but yet the care package comes in slower than a slug, so I think that needs to be fixed. The next thing, obviously, is the streaks cost way too much, but I will have a video, like I said, on this in the future, but generally speaking, like I said, I like to go for streaks in Call of Duty. That's just what I have always been accustomed to. A lot of people like to do other things, like go for weapon camos and stuff, which I am a fan of as well. I do want to try and get some gold camo for different guns and stuff like that. But the main reason why I play Call of Duty is to get streaks, and this year it just seems like they're very rare to come by. So that's just another complaint that I have. I'm not entirely sure how they could go about fixing that with the ComSec device in the game. But that is just something that I personally have noticed, and other people might not agree with me on that one. But the next one, I think that a lot of us can agree, and this is just another small one. Again, you know, lots of these can be fixed in recent future updates, I should say. And the next one I have is Jungle, the map Jungle, you know, the classic from Black Ops 1, is way too saturated. Like, it's a beautiful looking map, don't get me wrong, and I love that the fact that they remastered it into Black Ops 4, because it's such an open map and it's such a great map, but and I like how they added in like a bunch of different not different areas, but a bunch of different things that the original one didn't have, but it still really holds true to the original Jungle. But the thing that I don't really like about it is the fact that it's just way too saturated. It's so colorful that it's kind of eye-blinding, and I find it hard to see enemies at all in that map. So, like, especially at long range, like, it's so hard to distinguish enemies from the map, because the map is just so saturated that it kind of hurts my eyes. Now, I love colorfulness in Call of Duty, don't get me wrong. Obviously, I don't like the green, gray, you know, style that Modern Warfare 3 had, per se. But its Jungle just seems a little bit too colorful. That's the only map that I have a complaint of saturation on. Jungle, they need to tone down the saturation on that map. But other than that, I think that that's pretty much all I had to go over here in this video. And let me know of things that you would like to see updated. And the thing that I'm really excited about is obviously this year I've been playing a little bit more of zombies, and I absolutely love Voyage of Despair. And I'm glad that across all modes, you know, Treyarch is taking this seriously, and they've been updating the game constantly, so anything can change from the time that I record this video, which is on the 15th, keep in mind. to any time in the future of when you're watching it. You know, they could push out, and they have been pushing out daily updates, and not so much content yet because the game just came out, but they have been pushing out daily updates to the game. And not only that, they've been informing us all over Twitter and Reddit, of course, as far as things that are in the game and what they've been doing and what they're trying to, especially what they're trying to work on next, because, and I think that communication is key. And another thing that I'd like to say about Black Ops 4 so far is that the launch has been 10 trillion times better than World War II's launch. There has been no connection issues as far as I'm aware, and most of the important features are there. Obviously, we're still waiting on a combat record and leaderboards and stuff like that. But apparently that's coming to the game very, very soon. Like, very, very soon, as in within a week. I think that's what they said. So, yeah. Other than that, let me know your thoughts down below on what you think is some of the biggest problems that Black Ops 4 has and what you would like to see Treyarch work on next. You know, the more that we speak up about these problems and the more that we talk about them, just the faster they get worked on or looked at even. Even if Treyarch doesn't agree, they still look usually at everything and they kind of like piece it together about what the community has to say. And I think that that's why Black Ops 4 could potentially be the best Call of Duty ever made. Now, that's a high statement there. Now, obviously, I think my favorite will definitely always be Black Ops 1, but as far as right now, you know, if they can continue to do this, I think Black Ops 4 could potentially be the best Call of Duty game ever made. And, you know, that's a bold statement, but I believe that could be true. Not yet, we don't know, but it could be. But anyways, you know, like I said, let me know your thoughts down below on Black Ops 4, and, stuff that are coming in the future. I'm obviously working on a ton of more videos for Black Ops 4, such as, you know, with specialists and everything combined like that, you know, playing the game here and there when I have time, and still working in the post-production on my short film, which will be coming in October of this month, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you on the next one. This is Ninja Geek, I'm out, and peace.